it's hard to believe a story when a company has come forward and said that it isn't true.
Yeah.
But all I can say is that I can put my hand on my heart and honestly come out and say that I did not delete it.
Yeah.
You can take me to a police station and put me on a lie detector. You can hook me up to wires, and I will say that I didn't delete my warlock,
Yeah.
and it will say that I'm telling the truth.
I'm here with one of the 4 viral Reddit posts of a person that got their character deleted. I'm leaving their name anonymous, so that way they don't receive any more hate and harassment as they've already received. This is a part of multiple interviews that I'm doing with them because I want to get to the bottom of the story and understand what is going on with this character deletion bug. I'm going to not give you the TLDR of everything. You should have already hopefully watched the videos prior and understood, and hopefully you've read their Reddit posts. But just as a context, this is one of the 4 viral Reddit posts that was of someone claiming that they had their character deleted. So, starting from the beginning, how long have you been playing Destiny for?
Well, I started playing D1 in 2014. I stopped playing when King's Fall came out because my raid team kind of fell apart.
Okay.
I picked it back up, not the last Guardian games, but the Guardian games previously.
Got it.
So I'm coming into my 2nd year, so not that long.
Okay.
I started playing because I had to drop out of university due to an illness.
Okay.
So I'm unable to do much right now. So Destiny's my one main thing to grind, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a great game for that too.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic, and the community there, raiding and higher activities, is also fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, it's great. Yeah.
And how many hours have you looked up your account on time waste on Destiny? How many hours would you say you've clocked in a Destiny?
So I have done 1,400 hours over 3 characters.
Okay.
I had 789 hours on my Warlock.
Jeez.
I have 450 on my Titan, and I have 250-ish on my Hunter.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit, especially for, you said you took quite a lot of time off there. So.
Yeah.
What I want to jump into now is your timeline of events with your character deletion story, as you have experienced it from the start to, when it happened, I guess. What was the course of events?
Well, I did a raid on Friday night, and I was doing a lock. My warlock is essential for my raid team. Everybody dislikes warlocks. They're all Titan mains. You know how it is.
So you gotta be the one warlock, yeah.
Yeah,
but you need the well. You need the well, of course. Yeah.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I've got 5 bubbles behind me. I don't know why. So yeah, I got to be that warlock. We did a vault glass, and we just breezed through it, easy peasy. I don't think I logged on Saturday, but if I did, I did some bounty prepping for Lightfall. I did some Ascendant challenges. I did some Varix bounties on all 3 characters. Make sure I kept them away. Had some XP. And then I logged off because I don't know why. I get this feeling every couple of months. I just want to play some Minecraft. You just want to build a world. So I did, and I didn't log on for Destiny for a couple of days because I was like, well, I did my campaign, bounties are done, not really much to do. I'll just grind some Minecraft, why not? And then a couple of days later, after not logging on to the companion app, not on my account on my Xbox, nothing, I logged back on. I pressed A to play when it got to the Witch Queen screen. It took a bit. I was looking down at my phone, talking to somebody in the party, and then as the screen turned black, I always kind of spam A. I don't really know why. Yeah. It's just a muscle memory thing because I want to get there fast. It's impatience, I guess. So I'm multitasking, and then as I'm pressing A, I kind of see this bar come up across my screen like an error code bar.
Interesting.
But I don't see it because I'm pressing the dismiss button basically for it. So it dismisses, and then it takes me back to the title screen. I'm like, okay, well, that's probably just another centipede. Like I've had plenty of them in the past couple of
Yeah.
weeks. I go back to the title screen where the character selection is, and my warlock isn't there.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, so I immediately panic. I close down my game. I restart it.
Okay.
I'm talking in the party. I'm like starting to really panic in the party to the person which I'm talking to. They're trying to calm me down. Meanwhile, I'm blowing my top off because
Yeah.
this is my main character. Like I put so many hours in. And then I launched the game. It's still not there. And then I
Okay.
closed down. I said to the person that I'm going to restart my Xbox. So I did that. And then I booted up it again and it still wasn't there. And then I went onto the companion app and then it wasn't there. And
Oh,
then
no.
that's when it got really concerning.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't on the app, then that means that it's not just my Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, so I immediately went to the Raid group chat on Instagram and I said, hey, my character's been deleted. What the hell's going on? Like, anybody got any suggestions? Like, they gave me the post before of the person which got their character back.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God. So they made a Reddit post. I've never used Reddit before, really. I just use it for memes, to be honest.
Okay.
And they said, just go for it. Like, if it works, just go for it. So
Yeah.
I made the Reddit post, and that's from then to now, I suppose.
Makes sense. Makes sense. As far as the timeline of events goes, so that Friday, what would that be on the calendar?
So that Friday was last Friday, so that would have been the 13th. Friday the 13th, yeah. I remember
So it's
that.
Friday the 13th, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
All right, so Friday the 13th, you log in, you do a raid. You maybe log in Saturday, you don't remember. The time when you log in and your character's deleted, is that on Tuesday at reset, or what day was that? Roughly?
I don't know when it was deleted. I just remember logging on and it wasn't there.
Just remember logging on, wasn't there?
It could have been deleted when I logged off on that Friday, but I didn't check because I felt no need to.
Yeah, like for example, when I get what you're saying. Like to clarify to anyone out there, like when you're done playing Destiny, I just escape the game. You know, I don't go back to the character screen, right? So you think that there's potential it could have been gone then, but you don't know. Like you don't verifiably check that all three of your characters are there. That's not a habit of Destiny players, right? Got it.
No, I don't go onto the companion app and constantly monitor that characters are there because I have faith in the game to keep them. Mm-hmm. I guess, you know?
For sure, as we all do. I don't think that anyone checks those types of things.
No.
But obviously now we might feel more inclined to.
Yeah.
And one thing that I wanted to get into and what I'm trying to get at with a lot of people is there any sort of I don't even know if we can think of like tangible evidence that predates it. So I'll give you a good example is that there's the first person that came forward, got their character reinstated, right? Mm-hmm. And then the second person had a forum post that was predates the entire issue a month ago. Like he said that my character got deleted in December.
Gosh.
Yeah, and he has a forum post and no one upvoted it. One guy responded to it saying that you're lying, you know, as most people tend to do.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay. And his entire post is not that he even wants his warlock back. He says that he doesn't want his warlock back. He created a new one. It's been so long that he's like, I guess I'll just make a new one, you know? His entire post is just that he wanted to bring awareness that this did happen to him. And that he's like, he even has proof that he's not jumping on because what people are saying is that people are going to jump on the bandwagon, right?
I totally understand.
Alleged victim number 1 who got their character deleted and reinstated by Bungie. Now everyone's like, oh, cool. Hey, maybe I can get my character, you know, maybe I can get some attention from this, right? But the problem is with that narrative that a lot of people are creating is that there are many people out there that are referencing getting characters deleted that predate the entire, I'll say, hype of this trend, which has arisen in just the last week. And so I'm looking for as much evidence as we can get. Like, there's obviously no recordings that you had of any of this.
No, I don't. I panicked. So like I tried to restart. Well, the thing is with Xbox, I don't know if people know this, is that you can't actually record.
Yeah, you can't record the
screen.
Yeah, the UI. It only lets you record in game, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And when you've shut down that game, like it won't like record all of that because you've just shut it down.
Yeah.
And I like panicked and I was like, I need to restart my game. This
Yeah.
is wrong. Like there is something very wrong. I need
Yeah.
to restart.
And
Yeah.
And to your credit, and to the credit of others, I think it was roughly a year ago where a lot of people are experiencing a comparable issue, but I had it where I logged in and I think either a character was missing or it just brought me to the create a new Guardian screen. And I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, what is going on here?
I've seen a lot of comments actually about that on my Reddit post saying that people had that issue for so many times in a row. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so scary.
That is scary, right?
I'm terrified.
How am I at the new Guardian screen when I have 3 Guardians, right? And I can
exactly.
I can 1000% verify that. I mean, I could go back and probably find the clip or something from way back when that happened, because everything I do is recorded and I don't record through the console. I literally just record my screen. So if it ever happened to me,
that's nice.
And it is a nice feature, and it's unfortunate that I think all 4 of the primary people that it happened to were on Xbox. I know at least the latter 3 are on Xbox or Xbox/PC players, and so I don't think we have any like hard recording. But if it is a real thing, you know, I have to say I know it's maybe be insensitive to you because you're like, this happened to me. Okay. But
I totally understand that it's hard to believe a story when a company has come forward and said that it isn't true.
Yeah.
But all I can say is that I can put my hand on my heart and honestly come out and say that I did not delete it. You can take me to a police station, put me on a lie detector, you can hook me up to wires, and I will say that I didn't delete my warlock. And it will say that I'm telling the truth. And I will also say that nobody has access to my account because like they don't. And if they did, I'd know. And I've seen my recent activity for the past 2 months and nobody has access to it. And if somebody does, it would be my mum, and that's because she needs to use it for Word, on the iPad. So I doubt she has the abilities to go and delete a warlock on Destiny 2. You know? It's
absolutely, especially with the, you have to hold down the button for so long and you confirm it and all of that.
You have to go through so many steps to make sure you want to delete it.
Absolutely.
Like I didn't delete it, of course, but I went out after all of this and I got all of the Reddit posts saying, don't you have to hold it down? Don't you have to press certain buttons? I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to delete.
So you've never deleted a character before?
No, never deleted a character.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of people have in the past. I myself have deleted back in the D1 days. You had to delete them to get more chances at exotics. So I would delete my character.
Oh, okay. I might have done that, but that was nearly.
That's a long time ago. Yeah. We're in D1. Yeah. Perfect. And to your credit as well, or just to a general argument that I've been throwing out there that I think is logical, which is that if people are going to say, well, you got hacked, right? I find it very odd that someone is going to hack you, have two-factor authentication, all of that, and just to delete one of your characters. Like, if they have malicious intent, why would they not delete all three?
They would take my bank details or my IP, or they pull something which they could sell on the black market. I don't know what people do, what hackers do, but they do something like that,
I've heard.
They wouldn't download Destiny and then delete a warlock. It's stupid.
It's such a bizarre response to be like, yeah, you got hacked. Clearly you got hacked. And it's like that. Also, I know for a fact, because I've been covering a recent story on this, which is that people are selling accounts that are well off accounts for thousands of dollars and stuff. So if someone was going to do something with your account and they had full access, you'd think that selling it would be their top priority. They're going to make a bunch of money from it. So there's that option. And then 2, which is, again, malicious intent, and you're just going to delete one character. It's like the silliest thing. Like, imagine a hacker that logs in and deletes just one of your weapons, one godroll, like, that'll show them, like.
I know, it's like, I did my bad deed for the day. I feel good. It's like, what?
I feel like the whole, the hacker narrative just does not add up in any capacity to me, especially with the consistency of multiple people losing just one character. It's like the one character deletion bandit out there. Like he's just going around deleting the one character. It's like
just
so
that one
silly.
person in their bedroom going around deleting characters.
Yes.
Is fun.
I don't quite buy that, but
No, me neither.
To get into some more heavy questions, because I think a lot of people will feel as though I've done an injustice if I don't ask you the heavy questions.
Yeah, of course.
So why would people are going to say, you know, the typical, you got the Reddit users and the Twitter users going to say, you're lying. You wanted attention. Why did you lie? Why would you lie for this? What attention were you looking for this? Like, why are you, you know, that's the question I want to get at. It's more of a comment and a question or an accusation, but I just want to understand, you know, what would you gain from this if you are lying? What have you gained? And, you know, what would be your motives to lie?
Okay. Well, the only thing I've gained from this experience right now is hate.
Yeah.
And embarrassment.
Yeah.
So
and
not much.
Yeah, I can understand that. And that's I wanted to ask you directly because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that the amount of backlash you're getting, especially when you genuinely like the community of Destiny. The community can be such a friendly, open community, but there's also that like underbelly of like really toxic, mean, malicious people. And
yeah, I understand though, because that's every game community.
Sure.
That's just the world. You've got that nice layer of lovely people, but then you've got that underbelly, like you say.
True. And to your credit, I guess, now that you've mentioned you don't even use Reddit, you don't care for Reddit, right?
No.
And so if you were to post this for Reddit attention or for Reddit likes, it doesn't make sense to me that because you don't even use Reddit. So why would you care?
Well, no, somebody write in the comments. I don't actually still understand what this means, okay? But there were so many comments of me saying, like, asking if I'm karma farming. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what karma is.
So it's
like,
just Reddit points, yeah. It's just Reddit.
Yeah, I just like made the post because my friend said that the first dude got some help from it.
Yeah.
And I got zero help from the forums. Like the forums are a joke.
Yeah.
And that's why I posted it, because I didn't know where to turn after the forums.
Absolutely.
So I turned to my friends and then they said turn to Reddit. So
which seems perfectly reasonable, you know. I wanted to cover this story. It puts me in an odd position where I feel like I'm sort of shaking my fist at the big corporation Bungie and all of that. I'm not trying to really, my focal point is not to make Bungie look bad or to say Bungie did this wrong, but I just genuinely feel empathy or sympathy for those of you out there. If you actually logged into Destiny 2, had a character deleted, and now you talked about it and you're being absolutely just blasted and just being roasted across all social media now. And, you know, your name is being used and you're being seen as a bad actor, malicious, attention seeking, liar, and all of that. It's like, you were already the victim of losing a character, and now you're also the victim of this, which just feels especially frustrating. When Bungie's response was very stern and very short, I feel like it would be nice if we got like a big blog article from them to exacerbate the issue some more. And to Bungie's credit, I don't understand technical stuff, but to Bungie's credit, to play both sides here a little bit, is that there could be something on their side where they technically couldn't detect what happened or how it happened, perhaps. And so maybe they are in good faith, just saying, hey, we didn't do this. This didn't happen in error code on our half. We checked and tested everything. It didn't happen in our error code. So it must have been something else. And who knows? Like we won't know, and we'll get to the bottom of this. My end conclusion from this is that I hope that no one gives you or any of the other people that have come forward harassment, because it doesn't help the situation. Also, not to give Bungie harassment, but instead to just, you know, give it some time, see what happens a month from now. You know, if it continues to happen to others, hopefully they come forward and we can get to the bottom of it. Maybe someone will have a recording of it. Maybe we'll understand what's going on a little bit more, because as it stands right now, I just think we don't quite have the full picture. We have a fractured picture, and it's very frustrating to me that everyone is just saying that you're a liar, you're malicious, seeking attention, because you, in your story, if anyone reads your story on Reddit and listens to this interview, you do not come across as an attention-seeking bad actor. I'm not even naming you here. You don't get any attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even get any attention from this. Like, what do you get? You know?
Exactly. Like the thing which I said in the Reddit post as well is that the last thing I want is attention. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not that type of person. I am more than happy to stay in the corner of a
Yep.
big party and just like eat some cake or drink some wine, just by myself with a good book.
There you go.
I'm just like a nice chilled person minding their own business. So like the last thing I want is to have attention, and all of this
Yeah.
pushed upon me, but it was the only way I could seek help.
Yeah.
So I did.
And
So yeah.
to your credit, I can only imagine that when you experience something in game that you would never think that it would turn around to this, right? Like you think like,
Yeah.
oh, your character gets deleted, or age for example, you're logging into the game and you can't even get in because you have an error code, right? You post about it. You would never expect, site-wide huge community of backlash and hate and harassment towards you. One of the individuals literally had their post taken down off Reddit by the moderators saying that it was misinformation and deceitful content or something like that. And I was like, wow, like they're literally like they're basically calling the people that said that they got their characters deleted liars. And it's a really rough time right now. And I really just hope that the community has patience with this. No harassment to you, to the others, no harassment to Bungie. Let's give it some time. Let's try to understand the context some more and just play Destiny as it is right now. And maybe we'll get to the bottom of this with time. That's kind of my hope and resolution.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, perfect. And if you have any last statements you want to give, we'll go ahead and end the interview with whatever it is you want to say. You have the floor.
Just be kind to one another. People need each other. Don't assume, because even though it may seem strange, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
And neither do I. I'm not saying I do, but yeah, just be kind to one another.
Well, perfect. That was it. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you out there in the Destiny world.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one.